Let's welcome everybody back for some Out of the Park. It is the 12th of August in the year 1871, and we've got a cracker here for you. The Boston Red Stockings, who are 12 and 5, they are on a 3-game slide currently, and they are only a game and a half ahead in the National League over the not Chicago, the Cleveland Forest Cities. They are traveling to the 11 and 11 New York Mutuals, who are currently 3 back of the Rockford Forest Cities in the National League. Um, Boston, this is just their 18th game of the season. They still have 14 more games after this. New York, this will be their 23rd. They will have 9 remaining. The magic number for Boston in the American League is currently 14 games. The magic number for Rockford is just 8. But the big game, if New York want to keep pace, they will need to win this game tonight. That'll pull them within 2.5. If they do, it'll also pull the Cleveland Forest Cities within a game of the Boston Red Stockings in the American League. Boston win, they go 2 clear. New York will fall 3.5 back. And Washington at the bottom of the American League will fall 6.5 back. And Washington's only got 10 to play still. So it'll put a lot more pressure on the Olympics down at the bottom of the American League. But that's what we've got here tonight. We're going to go through your starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Boston Red Stockings. Bub McAtee, the first baseman, will lead things off. He's batting .351 with 9 RBIs. He's 2 for 6 versus Valters so far this season. Al Reach is in the 2-spot right fielder, batting .351 with 15 RBIs. He's 2 for 8 versus Valters. Tom Carey is in the 3-spot, the second baseman, batting .325 with 21 RBIs. He's 2 for 9 versus Valters. Andy Leonard is in the 4-spot shortstop, batting .324 with 12 RBIs, 5 for 8 versus the New York pitcher. Tommy Beals is in the 5-spot catcher, batting .360, 11 RBIs, 2 for 6 versus Valters. Gene Kimball, the left fielder, will be in the 6th spot. Kimball, more of a substitute player for Boston, not a regular starter, but he gets the call up here today. He's batting just .167 with 4 RBIs. He's yet to face the New York pitcher so far this season. Joe Batten's in the 7th spot, third baseman, batting .212 with 7 RBIs. He's 1 for 8 versus Valters. Tom Patterson, another rotation player for the Red Stockings, will get the call up. The center fielder is in the 8th spot, batting .143. He's yet to record a ribby, and he's yet to have an at-bat versus Valters this season. Asa Bernard, the pitcher, will round things off for Boston. In the 9th spot, he is batting .200 with 5 RBIs, 2 for 8 versus his opposite on the mound so far this season. We'll come back to pitching matchups in a moment. Let's go through your lineup for the hometown New York Mutuals. Mike McGarry, the second baseman, will lead things off. He's batting .283 with 7 RBIs so far this season. He's 3 for 8 versus Bernard. Steve Bellin, third baseman, is in the 2 spot. He's batting .376 with 16 RBIs. He's 4 for 10 versus Bernard. Cal McVeigh, the catcher, in the 3 spot, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. He's 4 for 10 versus the Boston pitcher. Henry Burroughs is in the 4 spot, left fielder, batting .218, 9 RBIs so far this season. He has got a 4 for 10 record versus Bernard this season. Riney Valters, the pitcher, in the 5 spot, 13 runs batted in with a .256 average. He's on a hitting streak. He's 3 for 8 versus Bernard this season. Art Allison, the center fielder, is in the 6th spot, .316 average for him, 9 RBIs. He's 2 for 9 versus Bernard. Charlie Pablo, the right fielder, is in the 7th spot. He's batting .247, 14 RBIs so far this season. He is 2 for 8 versus Bernard. George Ewell in the 8th spot. First baseman's on a cold streak. He hasn't had a hit in a few games. He is batting .134, just 5 ribbies. He's yet to get a hit in 8 at-bats versus Bernard. And Pete Donnelly, the shortstop, will round things off. 14 RBIs with a .267 average. He's 1 for 8 versus Bernard this season. On the pitching mound for Asa Bernard, or for Asa Bernard is Boston. No, on the pitching mound for Boston is pitcher Asa Bernard. He is 10-5 in 17 starts with 2 no decisions, with a 2.86 ERA and a 1.61 WHIP. He is 2-0 so far this season versus New York, with just a 1.0 ERA in those 2 previous starts. Welcome in, Stuart. My voice is not cooperating right now. Hold on. Let's go, Skull. Congratulations, man. On the mound for New York is 11-11 Riney Walters in 22 starts, 2.18 ERA with a 1.18 WHIP. But he is 0 for 2 against Boston so far this season with a 3.52 ERA. It's a 2:05 first pitch start on clear skies and 72 degrees. For those of you that use Celsius, that is, 21, I think? 42, 74. Yeah, 22, I think that is. 22, 44, 76. Yeah, 22. That's 22 degrees. And the wind is blowing in from center at 12 miles an hour. A wee cheeky double. Let's go, Skull. Well done, man. From the Union Grounds in Brooklyn, New York, we are ready. Let's get our first inning sponsor up. Dave coming in with the sub for 10 months. Thank you so much, Dave. Boston, how you doing, my man? I hope you're well. It's great to see you. I can't type for shit. Oh my God, I can't type for shit. Okay. Labby is an awesome streamer. She plays a whole slew of games. Last playing Baldur's Gate 3. Go check her out. The great Labby Rose is our sponsor for tonight's first inning. Give me a sec because I have a Twitch tab that has gone offline. I just want to close that tab. Right. We are ready. We hope you are ready. From the Union Grounds in Brooklyn, New York. The 12-5 Red Stockings visiting the 11-11 Mutuals. Boston winning the opening 2 matchups against the Mutuals so far this season. Here we go with the opening pitch. And that's grounded over to first. Pitcher comes over and he makes the play. And Bub McAtee is retired immediately. It's going to bring up Al Reach, the right fielder. First pitch to Reach. And that's taken right down Broad Street for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is popped up high at the shortstop. He's got it, and that's 2 down. Hey, Pat, where have you been? Good morning, man. Good morning. Good evening to you, sir. I actually wasn't going to go live until like 2 hours from now, but I've kind of finished everything early today, and I got most of what I needed to get done yesterday, and like I left this morning. I was actually supposed to go golfing with my brother, so I was supposed to go golfing yesterday, but he had to rain check it, and then I had a whole list of things that I was supposed to do this morning. And because I didn't go golfing yesterday, I'm like, I'll just do them yesterday. I'm not streaming. I'll do them on Saturday instead. So I started doing Saturday. So I did all the stuff I needed to do on Saturday instead. And I'm sitting here going, you know, I need to do a little bit this morning. But I'm sitting here going, I got everything done. Like, I'm going to just take a shower, and then we'll just set up early. starting streaming while I'm at my parents' watching on my phone. Appreciate you, Bobby, man. But don't take time away from them, man. Your family's your family, you know. Here's Tom Carey, second baseman. First pitch to Carey. And he's going to take that right down broad. That's 0-1. To be fair, they're both sat on their phone as well. Hey, fair enough. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up. That takes a big Baltimore hop. No play. It's an infield single on a Baltimore hop. And Carey gets aboard with 2 outs. It's going to bring up Andy Leonard, shortstop. But I'll be jumping in and out anyway. My phone battery ain't good at the greatest anymore. I feel the same about my phone. But yeah, I get it, man. Save your phone battery. Here's the first pitch to Leonard. That is lined into right, base hit. The animations on this are going awful. I hope the game survives. And it's an error on the outfield as well. Oh boy, it's a handling error on right fielder Charlie Pabor. He gets credited with the error. It's a single with an E9. And going to second is Leonard. Going to third is Carey. And it's second and third with 2 outs here. It's going to bring up Tommy Beals. First pitch to Beals. Right down broad again, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is popped up. Flied out the center. Center fielder's there. He's got it. And the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits, and they left both men on base. We go bottom first here in Brooklyn, New York. There is no score. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. What is going on? Why am I getting an encoding error? I should not be. Did my fucking OBS settings change and I didn't know it? Everything's good. I don't know why I'm getting an encoding error. Yeah, I'm getting an encode. Okay. I don't know why. Maybe I need to get the stream up on the phone. Are you guys? Am I looking choppy to you guys, or does it look okay? That's the big question. I don't know if I'm looking choppy. I'm moving back and forth to see if I don't look it on the stream. But I'm getting encoding errors and I don't know why. Consider turning down video settings or use they're down. They're way down. I'm gonna minimize, maybe I'll minimize Vivaldi and that'll be the maybe that'll help. Anyway, let's get into it. Bottom first. It is Mike McGarry who's going to lead things off. Oscar Bernard's on the mound. Here's the first pitch. And he's grounded that right in front of the home plate. The throw over to first, not in time. He's beat the throw down first base. And McGarry has an infield single. It's going to bring up Steve Bellin. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch to Bellin. He's bunted that down. The throw over to first is in time. I'm looking, it doesn't seem choppy on the phone, so that's a sac bunt. Carey was covering first, so that's the second baseman. McAtee was on it, so it's a sac 3-4. And they move McGarry over to second. That single, by the way, was McGarry's 100th at-bat of the season. I'm going to bring up Cal McVeigh, runner on second, one out. First pitch to McVeigh. High and off the plate, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball two. The 2-0 pitch. And he's popped it straight up. Second baseman's in there. He got it. That's two down. It's going to bring up Henry Burroughs, the left fielder. 1 on 2 out here for Burroughs. First pitch to Burroughs, and he swung on and missed. That's 0-1. There's the 0-1 to Burroughs. And that's lined fair down the first base side, but the first baseman's there. He scoops it up. He takes it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. No runs on one hit, and they left that man on base. We go top second here in Boston. There is no score. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up for Boston. I'm sorry, we're in New York. I said if we go to the top second here in New York, there is no score. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up for Boston. Gene Kimball is set to lead things off for the Red Stockings. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Razda Beer is an awesome football manager streamer. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Razda Beer is going to sponsor our second inning here tonight. I've closed some Twitch tabs and to hope that that will help the encoding problems. I don't think it will. I just think it's an out-of-the-park thing. And there it is. It's definitely there. And maybe if I minimize Mix It Up Bot as well, that'll help. I'm going to try the game goals soon. Wish me luck. Good luck. I could also turn off the preview. That would be nice. But I don't know if you guys know. I always need the stream preview. Right. I just think out of the park has been... I think OBS has been put on the wrong core. I think that's the problem. So... too late now. We're just going to have to suffer through it for this game. Here's the... but yeah, shout out Raz. He's our second inning sponsor. I've never played those kind of games since FIFA 15. It literally does just look like a FIFA copy. But maybe that makes it better because FIFA is absolutely garbage. I haven't played a FIFA game since 12, and I haven't enjoyed a FIFA game since 6. So, or 06. So, you know. And it's free. That's the nice, but yeah, that is the nice part. Right, here's Gene Kimball selling in. First pitch to Kimball. And that one's taken at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one's taken on the outside part of the plate. Strike 2. It'll be 0-2. We're going to have to, we are doing FM after this, but we are going to have to, like, if the game animations are glitchy and I'm having encoding problems, we might have to just fly through this game to get to the FM. That way, just in the hope that this doesn't crash everything. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's off the plate, 1-2. And by fly through, I mean this will be like a 2.5-hour game. And as opposed to the VOD I just uploaded the other day, which was literally like 4 1/4. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's high, 2-2. The 2-2. And is grounded over to first, and that's a fumble. It's an error on the first baseman. That is first baseman George Ewell getting credited with the error. Second for New York in this game already. And Kimball's aboard with nobody out. It's going to bring up Joe Batten, the third baseman. First pitch to Batten, and that is taken off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is lined into right. That is going to sink for a base hit. And it's an error on the outfielder. So it goes down as a single for Batten with another E9 for New York. That is Charlie Pabor's second error of the game already. Kimball goes to third. And it's second and third with nobody out for Boston. It's going to bring up Tom Patterson, the center fielder. First pitch to Patterson. That's taken high for a ball. That did not look like a ball, but it was taken high for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That is flied into center. Center fielder's there. He's got it. 2 down. Does the runner tag? It looks like he did, and yes, it's an RBI sac fly. As Kimball tags up, and Boston's taking a lead. It's 1-0. Gonna bring up Asa Bernard. Runner on second, 1 out. First pitch to Bernard is taken in there at the lettering for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is just missing inside. 1-1. Looked like a strike to me. Here's the 1-1. Way off the plate. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Right down broad. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up in foul territory. Third baseman's there. He's got it. That's 2 down. That'll bring Bub McAtee up. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to McAtee in the dirt, 1-0. There's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to catch the inside part of the plate, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is grounded back to the mound. The throw over to first is in time, and the side is retired. 1 run on 1 hit, and they left 1 man on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-0 Boston lead. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 spots due up. Riney Walters will be the first man up. We are going to take ourselves a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We are back. Bottom second here in Boston, or in New York. 1-0 Boston. Pitcher Riney Walters on the or in the batter's box. Here's the first pitch to Walters. And that is taken in there at the lettering for a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken high, 1-1. The 1-1. It's off the plate away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is taken high, 3-1. And here's the hitter's count. Here's the pitch. That's taken off the plate, ball 4, and Walters has walked on 5 pitches. That'll bring up Art Allison, 1 on, nobody out. First pitch to Allison. And that one is taken right on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's bunted it down. The throw over to first is in time. And Allison on the sac bunt is going to move the runner. So Walters goes to second with 1 out. That'll bring up Charlie Pabor, the right fielder. First pitch to Pabor. He's taking that at the knees, 0-1. There's the 0-1. Check swing. They ask third base. Doesn't matter anyway. The home plate umpire calls strike 2. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Popped it up. Right at first base. First baseman there. He's got it. 2 down. That'll bring up George Ubel, the first baseman. First pitch to Ubel. And he's fouled that off, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate inside, 1-1. The 1-1. And he's popped it up. Shortstop comes in for it. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and they left 1 man on base. We go top third here in New York, and Boston has a 1-0 lead. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up for the Red Stockings. Al Reach is going to be the man that leads things off. Thank you for the lurk, Dave. But first, shout out to the couple of Gemini Lunarius and Fox Lunarius. Amazing artists. They're going to be doing art later today in about just under 5 hours time. No, just under 6 hours time, beg your pardon. They're going to be live doing art on their stream. Fox is the husband, Gemini is the wife, and they stream on Gem's channel. Usually Fox plays Minecraft in like a it's like one of those window things. And Fox is playing modded Minecraft on there. But he's an awesome guy. Check him out if you haven't already. Check them both out if you haven't already. Gemini Lunarius and Fox Lunarius will sponsor our third inning here tonight. Al Reach settles in. He popped up to the shortstop his last at bat. First pitch. That's high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's popped up. Shortstop coming in for it. He's got it. And that's 1 away. That'll bring up Tom Carey, the second baseman. He singled his last at bat. First pitch to Carey. He's taking that off the plate and high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And did that catch the outside corner? No, the umpire does not say so. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is ripped into right field. Right fielder's there, though. He tracks it, and he makes the play. 2 down. going to bring up Andy Leonard. He singled his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Leonard. Off the plate inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's taken for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is lined into right, base hit. And Leonard is aboard with a 2-out knock. Let me try doing like box score and then back the game, and maybe that helps. I don't know. Here's Tommy Beals. He flied out to center his first at bat. First pitch to Beals. And he's taking that inside or on the, literally just catches the corner, strike one. Here's the 0-1. He's fouled that off, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is lined into left, and that's a base hit. Going to second is Leonard. Going to first is Beals. I don't know if I'm going to catch you later, bro, but I have to go watch some K-drama. Sounds great. Enjoy the show, Pat. Have a great rest of your night, my man. Have a great start to your week tomorrow as well, dude. Take care, man. Thanks for being here. This is going to bring up Gene Kimball. He reached via an error his last at bat. First pitch to him. And that is flied out into right. Right fielder's there. He makes the grab, and the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits, and they left both men on base. We go bottom third. It's still just a 1-0 ball game. It'll be the 9-1-2 spots to lead things off. Pete Donnelly is going to be the first man up for New York. We're going to take ourselves a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Thank you, bro, but I will try, if ever, so I can upgrade my player later. Let's see. Have fun as always, buddy. Take care, Pat. I appreciate that, man. If you want, Pat, you can redeem them now and let me pick, or you can wait and see if you come back and redeem them if you come back. It's up to you. You can give Kamish's pick, or you can just wait to see if you come back later. That's up to you. But yeah, we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Thank you for the lurk, Lou. Where are you at, Benny? I'm right here, Zig. What's good, man? I'm having small issues with like OBS and out of the park. I think what I think has happened, if I'm honest, is I think unfortunately that Process Lasso has put them on the same processor and they're fighting each other. They put them on the same core. Because obviously I have an Intel 12. I have an i12. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Mariners, welcome in, man. Thank you for the follow. So like I think for me, like what was I gonna say? Like I think I have an i12 processor, and a lot of programs are not built to understand Anton Robinson. Wow, yeah, it was a great goal, but Ponch says the team's ready, and I don't know. I don't know how. Some is darker, some is lighter. Wow, that's the juice, right? The juice that we tried when I was out there, right? That's some of that like fermented apple juice, right? Not apple juice, but you know what I mean. That's some of that stuff, isn't it? No. Oh, what is it? That is. Oh, very nice. Right. We got Pete Donnelly settling in. First pitch to Donnelly. Nice, man. Homemade honey. That's a base hit. And Donnelly's aboard with a single to start the third for New York. From Yanez. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's awesome. I bet that tastes unreal. I bet it tastes so good. That'll bring up Mike McGarry. He singled his first at bat, first pitch to McGarry, and he's bunted that down the third base side. Can he get the throw over to first? They go for the runner at second. They got him. They got the runner at second. McGarry went for the sac bunt. Instead, it's a fielder's choice. And that is the shortstop making the play. So that is a 5-6. Fielder's choice. I think the U.S. I think it depends on the draw. Round of 16 is totally possible, but it depends on the draw. I don't see us getting past round of 16 at all. Here's Steve Bellany. Sack bunted his last at bat. 1 on, 1 out. He's going to go for the sack bunt. This one's going to be laid down. The pitcher's got to go to first this time. They do get a successful sack bunt. He's sack bunted twice now. And that moves McGarry to second, but there's 2 outs. Here's Cal McVeigh. He popped up to the second baseman his first at bat. We're trying to fly through this because I'm having encoding issues with Out of the Park today for some reason. I think Process Lasso is accidentally, because I updated Process Lasso today, I think it's accidentally thrown both the game and OBS on the same cores, and they're fighting. Because I have an i12, which means I have, I think it's 10 performance cores and 6 efficiency cores. And I think it's either thrown one of the two on an efficiency core, or it's thrown them both on the same core, which is very rare. But it happened probably because I had to update process. I literally update Process Lasso and then didn't reboot the PC. And first pitch taken outside for a ball, 1-0. I'm hoping we don't have the issue when we swap over to Football Manager. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is popped up into the seats. It'll be 1-1. I do know that Out of the Park is a bit of a picky program at times. I had issues with it. We all know the crashing I had last year's edition, where if the Wi-Fi adapter was enabled, the game would just crash. Here's the 1-1. It would actually blue screen the whole PC. when the game was open. That's popped up in foul territory. First baseman comes in for it. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs on one hit, and they left that man on base. We go top fourth here in Brooklyn. It's 1-0 Boston. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 spots, 2 up for the Red Stockings. Joe Batten was set to lead things off. So bottom of the order for the Red Stockings. Aldi, welcome in, Aldi. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Skull is an awesome variety streamer. He just won a title in the WSL with Man U Women as part of our One Save Multiple Idiots FM save. He also just completed a playthrough of 007 First Light. He does a bit of Fall Guys. He does a bit of Rocket League. He's done Warzone in the past. And he mainly does Football Manager. Does the Game of Life as well sometimes. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The Great Skull sponsors our fourth inning here tonight. Lou with the poker chip. Lou, you are going up to, let me see if I can find you on this list. There you are. You are up to 3 white chips, sir. I don't have the physical chips out because I spent yesterday cleaning the streaming room. So I will rebuild the stacks when I am off. Doing good, man. Thank you. Just continuing my save. Start with Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League knockout playoffs. Nice. Who do you got? Here's Joe Batten. Hey, QQ. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome in, QQ. Hi, Benny. Hi, QQ. Good afternoon to you, sir. Here's the first pitch to Batten. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And he's flied that into center. Center fielder's there. He's got it. 1 away. Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. I woke up and looked like I got shocked. I was talking with Miyu. You know Princess Miyu. I was talking with Miyu. And, like, she said she has a stomach bug. And I'm like, dude, I've been battling one on and off for, like, 4 days. Like, it bothered me yesterday in the morning. But then in the afternoon and evening, I was fine. Today, I feel okay. Friday, I felt, like, all right. Thursday, I felt awful. And then, like, my mom had a stomach bug as well, like, literally Wednesday, Thursday. And now Miyu's like, I got a stomach bug. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Everyone's got a stomach bug, apparently. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. Here's Tom Patterson. He had an RBI sac fly his last at bat. First pitch to Patterson. Off the plate, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. But I hope you're doing well, man. That's in there, 1-1. Zig, I hope you're doing well, too. Good to see you, man. Same with you, Lou. Same with you, Aldi. I know you said you're doing good, man. Nice. Having a great weekend, I hope. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded back to the mound. The throw over to first is in time. And there's 2 down. Stewart. 3-star hit by rap album yesterday. I saw it was Ice Cube, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, it was Ice Cube. It was. Yeah. Is Good Day on that album? I can't remember. Is that the one that has Good Day on it? So that's a great track. It is. Yeah. I love that track. Here's Asa Bernard. He popped up to short his last at bat. First pitch. That's fouled down the first base side. I had no idea you were a sports commentator. It's so cool. Thank you very much. I did Counter-Strike, actually, For 4.5 years, you should see. There's like still 700 Counter-Strike clips on my channel. I have to go through and clean them out actually, because some of them are like bullshit. But I used to be a women's Counter-Strike commentator for 4.5 years. I did over 800 series in Counter-Strike. I did some, I mean, all types of tournaments in all types of regions of the world. I did Aussie tournaments, Asian tournaments, South African tournaments, European tournaments, Brazilian and well, South American tournaments. I've done North American tournaments. Yeah, I used to do all of that. I did that for 4.5 years, and then I had enough of CS, so I retired. I still do some esports, mainly just Unreal Tournament. We did a tournament 2 or 3 weekends ago now of Unreal Tournament. I have it. I actually have the full VOD. It still should be up on the YouTube or on the Twitch, but I actually uploaded the full VOD of that on YouTube. So the whole tournament replays on YouTube as well now. But we do a lot of sports on here. Out of the Park. I used to do NHL. We'll probably bring that back at some point, but I'll probably have to reboot it, and it'll just be, like, it'll literally just be 2K6 and not the mod that I had for 2K6. We do Football Manager, F1, PGA. We do a anime-style golf game called Pong Ya, which if you had a Wii, it was known as Super Swing Golf on the Wii. But it was originally a PC game called Pong Ya back in 2004. It was actually originally released in North America as Albatross 18. And then they changed the name in 2006 when it got bought out by another company to Pong Ya, which was the original actual name of the game. And we just finished a playthrough of Final Fantasy 1, which is cool. We're going to start Final Fantasy 2 probably later this week. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled off. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Thank you for the alert, QQ. Appreciate you. And the side is retired. They go down in order here in the top of the fourth. We're going to move to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 1-0 Boston. It'll be the middle of the order, 2 up for New York. Henry Burroughs will be the first man up. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. So what I'm hearing is you're built different and you're super cool. Got it. I got to go, but I have you in the background. Sounds good. Thank you, QQ. Take care, man. Good luck with whatever you're doing today, whether it's housework or just relaxing, man. Enjoy. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back. Bottom fourth. It's Henry Burroughs leading things off. 4, 5, 6 spots. First pitch to Burroughs. And he's taking that in just high for a ball. 1-0. I thought it was maybe a little too inside. And this one a little too high. Ball 1. Burroughs grounded out his first at bat. Here's the first pitch. Or here's the 1-0 pitch. He offered at that one and missed it. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Grounded over to first. Pitcher's coming over to cover. He's got it. And Burroughs is retired. 3-1 on the putout, and that'll bring up Rainy Walters, who walked his last at bat. First pitch to Walters. And he's chopped that foul. It'll be 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Walters. Walters swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Walters in a hole. Here's the pitch. And he's popped it up right at the pitcher's mound. Pitcher's got it. And that's 2 down. A lot of action for Bernard in this inning. He had to cover first on the first out. Popped up to him in the second out. That brings up Art Allison, who sack bunted his last at bat. First pitch to Allison. That's going to catch the inside corner. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's flied that out to left, but foul. 0-2. Sorry, I just banged the mic against the corner of the desk. My bad. Y'all, I know y'all heard that too. My bad. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the plate away. 1-1. Or 1-2. The 1-2. Flied into left. That's gonna just drift foul. 1-2 still. The 1-2. That's lined right at the first baseman. He's got it. And the side is retired. They go 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the fourth. We move to the top of the fifth. Still a 1-0 Red Stockings lead. It'll be the top of the order, 2 up for Boston. Bub McAtee will set to lead things off. But first, Bobby FCG Mass is an awesome Dutch streamer. Last playing Gamble with Your Friends. He's been playing through the Saints Row series. He's been playing through the Division 2. Give him a follow if you haven't already. Bobby FCG Mass sponsors our 5th inning. It's Bub McAtee settling in. First pitch to McAtee to lead things off here. And that's right down the center of the plate. McAtee whiffed on it. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And McAtee again gets a pitch blown by him. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded over to second. The throw on to first. That's in time. 1 away. Here's Al Reach settling in. He's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice to short. First pitch to Reach. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Right down broad. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's lined right at the first baseman. He's got it. 2 down. That'll bring up Tom Carey. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Carey. And he's lined that right at the second baseman. He's got it. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We can't even run the ads again. We go straight into the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Boston. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 spots due up. Bottom of the order due up here for New York. Charlie Pabor set to lead things off. Pabor popped up to the first baseman his last at bat. Here's the first pitch to Pabor. And that one catches the inside corner, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Pabor's lined that right at short. He's got it, 1 away. 4 1/3 innings right now for Asa Bernard and just 39 pitches thrown. Little Richard today, nice. He did Great Balls of Fire, right? That was him. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. That was Little Richard, wasn't it? Here's George Ewell. Popped up to short. He did Tutti Frutti. Ah, okay. I could have sworn he did Great Balls of Fire, too. Here's the first pitch to Ewell. And he's taking that right down broad, 0-1. There's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Jerry Lee Lewis, that's right, my bad. Jerry Lee Lewis was Great Balls of Fire, yes. Here's the 0-2. Way off the plate, wanted to just a bit outside. Tried to corner and missed it. And here's the 1-2. Strike 3. Swung on it, or strike 3. Called strikeout on the inside corner. And it's our favorite type of strikeout. It's the backwards K. I also missed the one that was swung on and missed earlier, so I do need to actually do both, the exclamation point K as well, but because I missed that for Asa's strikeout, but yeah. Little Richard also did Long Tall Sally. Nice. Here's Pete Donnelly. Nobody on, 2 outs. First pitch to Donnelly. That's inside, 1-0. The 1-0. Inside, or that's going to catch the inside part of the plate. That looked like the exact same pitch. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these pitches. That's the exact same pitch, man. One was called a ball, one was called a strike. Here's the 1-1. Grounded back to short. The throw over to first is a bad throw. The throw is off target. And Donnelly gets aboard. It's going to bring up Mike McGeary. He's 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to McGeary. Right down broad, 0-1. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's grounded over to second base. And it's an error on the second baseman. Well, let's see. It's an infield hit. It was hit well enough. Yes, I think that's fair. Actually, it's going to be labeled as an infield hit. It's a good stop by the second baseman to prevent it from going to the outfield, but that would have been a very difficult play for him to make. So it's being scored as an infield hit instead of an error. That'll bring up Steve Bellin. He's yet to actually have an at-bat because he's done 2 sac bunts. First pitch to Bellin, and he's popped it up. He's flighted out to center. Center fielder's there. He's got it. The side is retired. No runs on 1 hit, and they leave 2 men on base. We go top 6. 1-0 Boston. It'll be the middle of the order due up. Andy Leonard is going to get things led off for us. But first, Pan Pan is an awesome, real chill vibe streamer. She's been playing Paralives. She plays On Together, virtual co-working. She does words on stream. She does a little bit of everything. I think she's been playing through Tunic, I want to say, as well. Give her a follow if you haven't already. Fantastic streamer. The great Pan Pan. Although I might have actually confused that with Botanani. I think Botanani's now actually playing through Tunic. But still, give Pan Pan a follow if you're not already. Awesome streamer. The great Pan Pan sponsors our 6th inning here today. I'm going to go box score and return the game just to reset the audio. Here we go. Top 6th. 1-0 Boston. Boston with just 5 hits in this game. New York with just 3. Here's Andy Leonard. He's got 2 of those 5 hits, both singles. First pitch to Leonard, and that one catches the lower corner. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is above the letters, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second. The throw on to first is in time. And that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tommy Beals. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Beals. He's fouled that to the backstop, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate. I thought that was strike 3. Called a ball. Here's the 1-2. That's popped up in foul territory. Third baseman's there. He's got it. 2 down. It's going to bring up Gene Kimball. He's 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Kimball. And he's lined that right at the shortstop. He's got it, and the side is retired. It's 10 in a row that's been sat down by Ronnie Walters. Thank you, Smokaya. Appreciate the lurk. They go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 6th. We move to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Boston. 3, 4, 5 spots due up for New York. Cal McVeigh will get things let off here. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Ah, yes. I need to give me a second because I just got a whip back that I've been waiting on for like the better part of a month. And of course, the skin tone and it's not even close. Now, to be fair, I didn't have the character sheet prior to entering this com, but I did have the hex codes, and they were given the hex codes, and they've just not. They've ignored it. They've ignored the hex codes. Okay. Oh, God, the fucking fight continues. This is like this is like probably the last com that I have prior to having the palette made. And like actually having the character sheet as well. So like everybody else should be, if I have problems after this commission, Jesus Christ. I say that and I got one back literally earlier today where, or not today, literally earlier this week where they had the character sheet. And that shit was just blasted white. I mean, I had one earlier where I gave him the character sheet. And I'm like, dude, the color is like is like that of the desk. You know, even a little bit darker than that. And they gave me my OC, and my OC looked like this, bro. And I'm like, that's what the fuck. I was like, oh, okay. So. Right. Looks good so far, though. Comic looks good. It just needs to finish the coloring on it. And they have like 4 days to do it. I told them, if you need like 2 weeks, just fucking put in for the deadline extension. I'll approve it. Right, bottom sixth. Let me make sure I actually have, I need to minimize that tab, or minimize Vivaldi. There we go. Bottom sixth, it's the 3, 4, 5 spots. Cal McVeigh selling in. He's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice. Here's the first pitch to Cal McVeigh. Right down broad, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is flied out into left. That is going to reach the wall. And that's going to be extra bases. McVeigh with the throw. Is he going to, he's in there in second. And it's a leadoff double for Cal McVeigh. New York, have some life. Here's Henry Burroughs. He's grounded out twice. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Burroughs. That's taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate away, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That one's high. It gets by the catcher as well. And McVeigh advances 90 feet. It's a wild pitch. Here is the 2-2. High, 3-2. It is a full count to Burroughs. Here's the payoff pitch, and he's walked him. Runners on the corners now. Nobody out still for New York. Rainy Valters selling in. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch to Valters. And he's grounded that back to the mound. The throw over to second. Do they get the lead runner? They got him. One down. So it's an FC 1-4. And that gets Valters aboard. They hold the runner, Cal McVeigh, at third. He can't move on that little dribbler now. Runners on the corners with one out. Here's Art Allison. He is 0 for 1. First pitch. And that's in there. Called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, they ask. He did not go, says the third base umpire. 1-1. That looked awfully close. Here's the 1-1. And that is flied out into right, drifting foul. And that will land foul. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. He's chopped that foul. Still 1-2. The 1-2. Lined into center. Center fielder's there. He makes the grab, but it's not deep enough to tag the runner. And so it remains runners on the corners. 2 outs now. Charlie Pabor will settle in. Right fielder is 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Pavor. Right down broad. 0-1. There's the 0-1. And that's lined into center, base hit, and Pavor delivers the RBI single. This game is tied at 1. Coming in the score is McVeigh. Valters goes the second. 1-1 ball game. Here's George Ewell. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Ewell. And he has flied that deep into center field. The center fielder's back there. He's got it. And the side is retired. 1 run on 2 hits, and they left 2 men on base. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a tie game. It's the bottom of the order, 2 up for Boston. Joe Batten will be the first man up. But first, new inning means new sponsor. DM Stewart is an awesome Final Fantasy speedrunning commentator who commentates the Final Fantasy randomizer for FF1 and the Worlds Collide randomizer for FF6. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great DM Stewart sponsors our 7th inning here tonight. Joe Batten settling in. First pitch to Batten incoming. That's taken high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High again, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be in there for a called strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That's high and away, 3-1. Hitters count, here's the pitch. Ball 4, he's walked him, and Batten gets aboard. It is the first base runner for Boston. In 11 plate appearances, or 11 at-bats even. Although a walk is not in a bat, but you get the point. 11 batters. That'll bring up Tom Patterson. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. First pitch, he swung on and missed. That's 0-1. He was way late on that one. Here's the throw over to first. Runner's back safely. Here's the 0-1. And that's lined into center field. Is that going to be caught? No, it drops in front of the center fielder. Base hit. Going to second is Batten. Patterson's on first. And Boston get the lead off, the 2 leadoff runners aboard. Here's Asa Bernard. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Bernard, and he swung on and missed. That's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Offered to that one and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. The 1-2. That's inside, and that gets by the catcher. And so going to second is Patterson. Going to third is Batten. Wild pitch again. Here's the 2-2. High, 3-2. Full count. Here's the pitch. He's grounded that into left. Fair ball. It rolls all the way to the wall, and Bernard gives himself some run support. This is going to be a 2 RBI double, and Boston have immediately retaken the lead. It's 3-1. Scoring from third is Batten. Scoring from second is Patterson. And Boston have reclaimed this lead 3-1 as we go back to the top of the order, and Bub McAtee, who's 0 for 3. First pitch to McAtee. High, ball 1. The 1-0. That's, I think, in there. No, it's off the plate inside. Valter's not liking the call. I thought it was in there. The pitch location says it's in there, but the umpires called it a ball. Here's the 2-0. Check swing. They're going to ask third base. He did not go, and it's a 3-0 count. The 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, is McAtee. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. McAtee's behind on that one. 3-2. 3-2 pitch is fly down in a right center field, way back there, and that takes one hop, and it's off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. McAtee going to third is safe at third, and he's got himself an RBI triple. Bernard scores from second. It is 4-1 Boston. Here's Al Reach. He's 0 for 3. First pitch off the plate, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And that's lined into right. Base hit. Reach has got an RBI. Boston pouring it on now. 5-1 Red Stockings. As McAtee scores. Here's Tom Carey. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to Carey. That's off the plate. Throw to second. Not in time. And Al Reach has stolen second base. Here's the 1-0. He's flied it out into right. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Andy Leonard. Leonard 2 for 3. First throw over to second. Safe at second. Here's the pitch. That is going to just catch the outside part. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That's popped up in foul territory. First baseman's there. He's got it. 2 down now. That brings up Tommy Beals. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to Beals, right. Down broad but high. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Fouled. That's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's lined right at the second baseman. He's got it, and the side is retired. 4 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 man aboard. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here in New York. Boston has a 5-1 lead. As always, we are going to leave you with Harrison Sheckler's edition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We'll be back with more in 2 minutes' time. You heard the man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play ball. Thank you for the lurk, Pika J. Appreciate you. Bottom 7th, Boston jumping out 5-1 ahead. Pete Donnelly will get things started here in the bottom of 7th. 9-1-2 spots. Donnelly's 1 for 2. First pitch. Off the plate inside, 1-0. The 1-0. Lined in the left. That's fair. That is fair. And Donnelly has got a single to lead things off for New York. They'll bring up the top of the order, and Mike McGarry, he's 2 for 3. First pitch to McGarry. High, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. At the knees, 1-1. The 1-1. Fly deep into left center field. It's going to hang up there for the left fielder to make a play on it, though. He's got it, 1 down. Here's Steve Bellin. He is 0 for 1. First pitch to Bellin, and he's going to bunt down for another sac bunt. They go to first. They get the out. That is his third sac bunt of the afternoon. It moves Donnelly into second base, but there's 2 outs now. Here's Cal McVeigh. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to McVeigh. And McVeigh has popped this up deep into right. That is just going to drift foul. Here's the 0-1. That one catches the outside corner, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. He's popped this up into right, also foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That is high, and it's going to get away from the catcher. Donnelly moves to third for free. It's a passed ball. Here's the 1-2. And that one just misses the outside corner, 2-2. That was called a ball. That was more inside than the strike that was called in the second pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 2-2. Grounded over to third. They go to first. It's a bad throw. It's an E5. Making chicken soup and bread for dinner tonight. That sounds divine. I actually had these new burgers yesterday. We bought frozen burgers because they were on sale. I know, taboo. But we bought frozen burgers because they were on sale yesterday. And they were pre-seasoned. Oh my God, they were awful. They were terrible. Like, they made you want to puke. They were that bad. So we actually have a second box of burgers from a different brand, different style burger. We're going to try them tomorrow. But like, oh my God, yesterday's were awful. We're having chicken fajita tonight, which will be nice. Oh, I just realized I'm sitting on the fucking... There we go. Okay. Right, so that is an E5. Scoring is Pete Donnelly. That makes it 5-2. Here's the first pitch to Henry Burroughs. He check swings. They're going to ask. He did not go, says the third base umpire. Would having the procedure tomorrow, Soup, seem like a good idea? Yeah. Fair enough. I know it'll go well, man. Tomorrow, I mean. Here's the 0-2. That is high, 2-2. Here's the 2-0. There's the 2-0. That's in there. No, that's high. Come on, ump. That was definitely in there. 3-0 the count. Yeah, I have full confidence it'll go well, Stuart. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Second walk of the afternoon for Burroughs. It's going to bring up Riney Walters. He's 0 for 2. I just hope it's next. It's not Barrett's. Okay. Oh, I just accidentally hit something. That's grounded. Taken to the bag himself. That will retire the side. No runs on one hit. They leave 2 men on base. I'm sorry, 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 2 men on base. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 5-2 Boston. 6, 7, 8 spots due up. Gene Kimball is going to be the first man up. In the words of our football manager, Save, Stuart, I have a debate. Right, new inning, new sponsor. Dave Hull, FC, is an awesome football manager streamer. Occasionally does a bit of Warzone as well. Give him a follow if you haven't already. Dave Hull will sponsor our 8th inning here tonight. He's got a great save going on with Gretna, I believe. Trying to get them to the top of the European pile. Here's the first pitch to Gene Kimball, who's 0 for 3 so far today. That is taken high, ball 1. The 1-0. He is lined into right, but that will drift foul. 1-1. The 1-1. Oh, swung on a pitch way inside. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That's high. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Lined above the shortstop's head, and Kimball's got a base hit. 1 on, nobody out for Joe Batten. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Batten. That is high, 1-0. The 1-0. Way off the plate, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one is at the lettering, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Foul down the third base side, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is popped up into the seats, still 2-2. The 2-2. He's popped it up in shallow center. Shortstop's there. He makes the grab, 1 away. That'll bring up Tom Patterson. He is 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Patterson. And he's grounded out over the second. They go to second for 1. They can only get the lead runner. Fielder's choice 4-6. That puts Patterson on first with 2 down. Asa Bernard is going to settle in. He had a 2 RBI double his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Bernard, and he takes that off the plate. That's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's lined right above the shortstop's head into left field. And Bernard's got a single. That's going to move Patterson to second. And we go back to the top of the order, and Bub McAtee. He's 1 for 4 so far today. First pitch to McAtee. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Throw to third. Did they get him? Not in time. It's a double steal. Patterson to third. Bernard to second. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way is McAtee, 3-1. Hitters count. Here's the pitch, and he takes that for strike 2, and the count is full. 3-2 now to McAtee. Here's the payoff pitch, and McAtee lines this into right and foul. Here's the full count. That's lined into left. Fair ball. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And McAtee's delivered again. He had a 3 RBI triple his last at bat. This time he has a 2 RBI double. Scoring from third is Patterson. Scoring from second is Valters. 7-2 Boston. That is the end of Rainy Valters' night. They're going to pull the plug on Valters. And so we will have a pitching substitution. Bill Stearns, sorry. Will settle in. Here's the first pitch from Stearns. High, 1-0. Stearns' first opponent will be Reach. He's 1 for 4. 1-0 pitch. Lined right at the shortstop. He's fumbled it. He's fumbled it. He reached his hand out to grab it, and he's dropped it. Peaceful, Matty B. Sounds good, man. How are you? I hope you're well. Going to third on the error is McAtee. Shortstop Pete Donnelly gets credited with the error, the 4th for New York in this game. Hope you're well. Here's Tom Carey, 1 for 4. First pitch to Carey. He swung on, foul. 0-1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. That one is taken high, 1-1. The 1-1. That one's in there, 1-2. Hope you're well, man. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He's popped that up. That's a base hit. RBI single for Al Reach. Scoring from third is McAtee. 8-2 Boston. How's your day going? Going good. We're having some issues with out of the park. I'm getting some encoding error warnings, but I haven't dropped any frames yet because of it. I think it's because I decided while I was live to update Mix-It-Up Bot and Process Lasso. That's come back to bite me in the ass, so. Here's Andy Leonard. 2 for 4 so far today. Here's the first pitch to Leonard. That's grounded over to second. And the second baseman's made an error. Shortstop Pete Donnelly with his second error of the inning. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not shortstop Pete Donnelly. That's second baseman Mike McGarry with the error. You often have problems with I don't. I'm usually okay. It's just the fact that it updated today, and I decided to update it while live. And I think that's what screwed me over. So Leonard goes to first. Going to second is Carey. Going to third is Reach. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Here's Tommy Beals. First pitch to Beals. He takes that for right down broad for a strike. I just don't have another alternative that can keep programs off the E-cores. That's the only problem. I don't know what else to put. That's free. Here's the 0-1. That's high, 1-1. There's the 1-1. That's lined into right, base hit. RBI single for Beals. Going to second is Leonard. Going to third is Carey. Scoring is Reach. 9-2 Boston. Mine has some ongoing conflict with DirectX 9, and I play a lot of old games. I do play a lot of old games too, but I haven't had any issues with DirectX 9. We batted around the order here in the 8th. It's back to Gene Kimball. He singled to start the inning. The only issue I have, and I think it's an issue with Unreal Engine 5. I don't think it's an issue with anything else, is I can play Stellar Blade on this PC, no problem. I can average about 90 FPS, which I know is not great, but it is a laptop, and Stellar Blade came out last year. So when I play Stellar Blade on this laptop, I can average 90 FPS. The moment I open OBS, the moment I open OBS, even if I'm not streaming, even if I'm not live, as long as OBS is just open with Stellar Blade's FPS plummets to like 40. And then it becomes very difficult to play. And I don't know why that's the issue. I genuinely don't, because Stellar Blades, that's the only reason I don't have it installed, is because I really want to stream that game. It's a phenomenal game. And, it is a phenomenal game. And Stellar Blade, where is it? Oh, you know what? It's up in my favorites. That's why. Stellar Blade. The recommended is a Intel Core i5-8400. I have an i12 2850 or 12850. So I have an i9 12850. And the recommended is an i5-8400, and then an NVIDIA 2060 Super is the graphic GPU, and I have a 3080 Ti. So no idea why that game, whenever OBS opens up, just for some reason goes way down in FPS. I watched that episodes of Star Trek DS9, and it actually helped a lot in concert with your explanations last time. I think I mostly got baseball now. Oh, nice. Also watch Moneyball back again and realize how much I still don't get. Nice, yeah, Moneyball, yeah. G&G, what's good, man? How are you? Good to see you. I'll give you a proper shout-out once we move over to the FM. But, guys, go follow G&G if you're not already. Great streamer. Great FM streamer. Here's Gene Kimball. 1 for 4. First pitch to Kimball. That's right down broad, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Kimball swung on that one. It's way off the plate. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is high. 1-2. 1-2. Ripped into center. That's going to hang up there for the center fielder. He's got it, and the side is retired. No, how many? Four runs? 4 runs on 5 hits, and they left the bases loaded. We go bottom 8th here in Brooklyn, New York. Boston's jumped out to a 9-2 lead. Yeah, this is FM for baseball, essentially. Yep. That's exactly right. With a perfect team, which is like FIFA Ultimate Team. So it's FM for baseball, and it has an Ultimate Team mode as well. And the packs that you get for Ultimate Team, you don't have to pay for. You can literally watch any out-of-the-park affiliated streamer. Plus, you can watch the main out-of-the-park channel. And they will give you pack drops for free if you watch them. I literally have like 70 packs we're going to open, and all of them I got for free. I've not spent a dime on this game outside of the actual Steam store purchase. Right, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up for New York. Art Allison will lead things off. We are going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. It looks very fun. It definitely is. I think the thing I like about it really is this like historical stuff. I really like the 1871 season and this stuff, but it's the fact that you can literally, they have everything in the game. Like literally the history of all the players, all the teams from 150 years ago, 155 years ago, all the way through current day. Like the fact that you can say, oh, I remember, I liked playing that Braves team in the 90s. They were fun. Let's pick up the 90s, and you can just play the 90s season. I like the fact that it's like, oh, I was a big fan of that, like the Brooklyn Dodgers in the 50s. They were a really good team. Let's go play as the Brooklyn Dodgers in the 50s. And you could just start up a save, and it's major league. It's literally everybody that's in there is historically who was in there in the 1950s, and you could go like, oh, I remember that middle 2000s Red Sox team was fun. Let's go play them, as them. You know what I mean? You could pick up that, and you've got Manny Ramirez and all those guys, David Ortiz and Jonathan Lester and all them on that team. And it's just like, oh, the fact that you can do that in any historical season is amazing. And then on top of that, there's perfect team. You know what I mean? Which is great. Couldn't name a single active player other than Ohtani, but I've seen Moneyball a few times, so I'm pretty much an expert. There you go. Right, it's bottom eighth here in New York. It'll be Art Allison leading things off. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Allison. Allison check swings. They're going to ask the third base umpire. He did not go. And it's 1-0. There's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. The 2-0. That's fouled into the seats. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. That is off the plate. 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And Allison's popped this foul down the left field side. 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Grounded over to first. He'll take it to the bag himself. One away. It's going to bring up Charlie Pavor. He is 1 for 3. First pitch to Pavor. Does that catch the inside corner? It does. 0-1. Moneyball's a great movie. Here's the 0-1. Grounded over to third. The throw one to first is in time. 2 down. Here is George Ewell. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Ewell. Way off the plate, 1-0. The 1-0. Fouled, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Lined right at the second baseman. He's got it, and the side is retired. They go 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 8th. We move to the top of the 9th. It is 9-2 Boston. It's going to be the 7, 8, 9 spots due up for the Red Stockings. Joe Batten will lead things off. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Patwitz is an awesome Philippine streamer. Apex Legends, F1 manager, football manager. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Patwitz will sponsor our 9th inning here tonight. Bill Stearns is back on the mound for New York. We will have a pinch hitter. Henry Kohler is coming in for Joe Batten. Batten will finish 1 for 3. First pitch to Kohler. And he's taking that high and away for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Kohler. Swung on a miss. That's 1-1. Kohler batting .258 so far this season with 9 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 to Kohler. That's high. 2-1. The 2-1 is grounded to short, and he's fumbled it. It's an error on the shortstop. That is Pete Donnelly getting his 2nd error of the game. It's the 6th for New York. And Kohler is aboard. That brings up Patterson. Patterson is 1 for 3. First pitch to Patterson, and he's behind on that one, 0-1. Really, he's way out in front, not behind it. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and missed, but it gets by the catcher. It's a passed ball, and Kohler goes to second. Here's the 1-2. Grounded over to third. And the third baseman's made an error. Did the runner advance to third on the error? And Steve Bellin getting credit with it. That's 7th for New York. No, he did not. So first and second. Nobody out. Here's Asa Bernard. He's 2 for 4. First pitch to Bernard, and he swung on a miss. That's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1-1, and that gets by the catcher. It's a wild pitch. Going to second is Patterson. Going to third is Kohler. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate. Or no, that's going to catch the outside corner. 1-2. The 1-2. Grounded over to short. The throw on to first is in time, but the runner from third has scored. So it is a 5. It's an RBI. Donnelly comes up to scoop it in. So that Donnelly is the shortstop. Is he not? He is. So it is a 6, not a 5-3. It's a 6-3. It's an RBI 6-3. Scoring from third is Kohler. 10-2. Boston. KXJ. What's good, man? How's your stream? We go back to the top of the order, and Bub McAtee. McAtee is 2 for 5. First pitch to McAtee. That's high, 1-0. Stream was good, thanks. Nice. What'd you play? You did FM today, right? I think you saw you said you did FM. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lined into left, and the left fielder lets it sink. I don't know why he's, I don't know, no idea why he's not taking a step. That's a base hit. Going to third is Patterson. He will stop there. We back home. Welcome back, Bobby. Yes, sir. Nice. How are the results? This is, now we're going to have another substitute. Bob Addy will come in. That means Reach will finish 1 for 5 today. Here's the first pitch to Addy. He swung on a miss. That's 0-1. Not good. 2 draws, 2 losses. Rough. Rough. Bob Addy, yeah. Your audio quality is insane. Mine? Because I have a professional mic. Has Bob as his name. Already knows he's great. Nice. He's actually batting .533 through 15 at bats so far this season. So he's not bad. Not a starter though. Here's the first pitch, or the 0-1 pitch. That's a called strike. 0-2. Yeah, I have an actual like audio interface. We do love a commentary mic. It's the mic, and I also have like literally an audio mixer that I run everything through. Like, this is what I was trying to tell Main Cow on her stream, because she was having trouble. She has a program that she adds all her effects through, because she said she has an XLR mic, and I'm like, that's great. What do you plug it into? And she's like, I just have something that has a dial on it, and it has 1 dial. And I'm like, that dial is just volume. I'm like, if you get an actual interface, this is what I told her. I said, if you get an actual interface, you can add all of your crap into the actual, like, you could, like, the dials, Although I would love to listen back because I think I might not have enough compression on. So that's just me. I got to listen back to my own stuff. And apparently my phone does not. Oh, it's muted for some reason. But anyway, why the hell is it not giving me any sound? The hell? I'll have to listen back to my own recording after this. That's for sure. But I have a little bit of compression. I thought I had more compression, to be fair. I have a little bit of gain. And I drop the middle EQ and I up the bass EQ. And that's usually what I do. How many dials is a good amount of dials? Asking for a friend. Well, to be honest with you, if you come here, that one I just pointed to is gain. And then the top one, the top blue one, is compression. And then the three dark blue ones are EQ. And then you have your pre, which is the red. You have sound effects, which are your orange. And then you have any pan or balance is your black dials. I don't need to touch the red, orange, or black at all. It's literally just like I take away a little bit of the mid compression and I add a little bit of the lower of the bass, and then I have a little bit of like I take away the mid EQ and I add a little bit of bass, and then I add a little bit of the compression up there, and the gain I haven't really touched, and that's usually what does it for me. So I just knocked a giant water bottle off the desk. But I thought I had more compression on than this. I really did. I thought I had a little bit more compression on than that. And I'm not. I need to listen back because I cleaned it yesterday. So I don't know if I was going over cleaning it, if I knocked one of the dials by accident. The EQ I can tell looks normal, you know. The EQ looks like it's unchanged, but I don't know about the compression dial. I just want to check that. Oh, that's not that. It's because it's a technically it's a 6-channel. It's a 6-channel audio interface. So there's 4 XLR spots on it, and there's 2 aux spots. So just if you look at the real quick, not to just show it off again, but if you look at the top, right, you see where mine's plugged in there at the very top corner. That's mic 1. But then there's 3 open XLR spots. And then on the next 3 are all aux. So whether you have an aux mic or you have an XLR mic, I have spots for literally like 7 or 8 microphones. So Nova looks yeah. And I told Main Cow, I'm like, listen, that the crazy thing about this is a Behringer, right? Which they make great sound equipment. That mixer for a 6-channel, it's really an 8-channel audio interface. That mixer was $200. That's it. They make literally they make the same thing for 1 to 2 channels, and it's like $70. And that's what I told Main Cow. I'm like, just buy yourself that. It's $70. You literally need to set the dials once, and you could totally forget about it and never set them again. Like I have not touched those dials, you know, outside of maybe yesterday when I accidentally bumped one. But I've not touched those dials in 6 years. So I'm like, you just, you know, in 6.5 years. So like it just makes it sound so much better, you know. And I told her, you don't have to worry about this app crashing that you have to run, because she runs all her compression and everything through an app. And she's like, well, will it still split channels? And I'm like, you can still split your audio channels, yeah. It just means all the extra effects and stuff that you're adding to make your voice sound clear, you're doing it hardware side and not software side. So you're taking the stress off your software, you know, off your PC, and having to support that app. And I said, I split my audio in OBS. Like the game is on one audio channel, the music is on another audio channel, the alerts are on another audio channel, my mic is on another audio channel. Like I split them in OBS. I don't split them And that works for me. And she didn't want to. She's like, "Well, I split them in a different program." I'm like, "Listen, it's fine, but why not just split them in OBS? Because you can add filters in OBS. When we go over to this mic for the football manager, you're gonna hear it. I add filters to this mic that make it sound a little bit clearer, because you can add compression filters and everything through the OBS program itself. That's why I don't understand why people use Streamlabs. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so easy to use." I'm like, OBS is easy. You just have to spend a smidge of time learning it. That's all. Like, it can do so much more than Streamlabs can do. So much more. You just have to spend a smidge of time sitting down and reading what it can actually do. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the plate, 1-2. The 1-2 to Addy. Fouled it off, still 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That's off the plate, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, they asked third base. He did not go. 3-2 to count. 3-2 pitch. Lined right at the first baseman. He's got it. That is 2 down. Tom Carey will settle in. Carey is 2 for 5 today. First pitch to Carey. He's popped it up. Into shallow right. Second baseman's there. He's got it. The side is retired. 1 run on 1 hit. And they left 2 aboard. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 10-2 Boston. It'll be the 9-1-2 spots. Due up first. Pete Donnelly is going to get things led off. We're going to take our final 3-minute break of the game. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back. Bottom ninth in Brooklyn. And we'll have a pinch hitter here to start. Mike Brannock is going to settle in. Brannock just his 6th at-bat of the season. Singled in or at least got a hit in 3 previous of them. First pitch to Brannock. Check swing, they asked third base. He did not go. 0-1. Here's the 1-0. I said 0-1. Here's the 1-0. That's high. 2-0. There's the 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be right down broad. 2-1. There's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Grounded over to short. The throw on to first is in time. And Brannock is retired to start the 9th. It's going to bring up another substitution. Harry Berthrong will come in for Mike McGarry. McGarry will finish 2 for 4 today. Berthrong is in his 17th at-bat now. Hits in only 3 of them, 2 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Berthrong. That's high, ball 1. The 1-0. That's high ball. That's going to catch the corner. 1-1. That did not look like it was near the strike zone for me. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded to second. The throw on to first is in time, and Berthrong is retired. New York down to their final out. And it'll be third baseman Steve Bellin, who is 0 for 1 with 3 sacrifice bunts. First pitch. And that one's high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lined right at the second baseman. He's got it, and the ball game is over. Boston have stopped a 3-game skid. They come here to New York. The Mutuals looking to stay in the pennant race, take a big blow to their pennant chances. The final here, the Boston Red Stockings 10, the New York Mutuals 2. It's time for our post-game show. Tonight's post-game show brought to Tonight's post-game show brought to you by Lewitt Gaming. Awesome FM streamer. He's got a network save with Raz. He's also got a solo save himself. Check them out if you haven't already. The great Lewitt Gaming sponsors our post-game show here tonight. We're going to tally up the batting statistics, starting with the visiting New York Mutuals. Bub McAtee, 6 at-bats, 3 hits, a double, a triple, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Al Reach, 5 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 stolen base. Tom Carey, 6 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Andy Leonard, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 fielding error. Tommy Beals, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Gene Kimball, let's see, Gene Kimball, 5 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run. Joe Batten, 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 base on balls, 1 fielding error. Tom Patterson, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 2 runs, a stolen base, a sacrifice, and an RBI. Asa Bernard, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 double, 2 runs, 1 stolen base, 1 strikeout, 3 RBIs. Henry Kohler, 1 at-bat, no hits, 1 run. Bob Addy, 1 at-bat, no hit. Final batting statistics for the Boston Red Stockings. Beg your pardon. 6 and 5 is 11, and 6 is 17, and 5 is 22. 5 is 27, 5 is 32, 3 is 35, 4 is 39, 5 is 44, 1 is 46, 1 is 40. I have 47. Who did I give an extra at bat to? I have Addy. Carey, I have 6. Leonard, I have 5. Beals, I have 5. Kimball, I have 5. Batten, I have 3. Kohler, I have 1. Patterson, I have 4. Bernard, I have 5. Bernard had 4. Oh, no. Bernard had 4. Or he had 5. They have 1 as a, they're not counting the RBI ground out. They count that as a sack. I don't count that as a sack. It's an RBI ground out, not a sack. That has to count. That has to count. There's no way. Right. So total at bats for Boston's 47. Runs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hits 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 hits. You have another match. I'm going to go on to TLS after this one. 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 base on balls, 1 strikeout, 3 stolen bases, 1 sack, and how many RBIs? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 RBIs, 2 fielding errors. We'll go back to the pitching statistics in a moment. For the hometown New York Mutuals, Mike McGeary, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, and 1 fielding error. Steve Bellin only had 2 at-bats, no hits, 3 sacrifices, 1 fielding error. Cal McVeigh, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run. Henry Burroughs, 2 at-bats, no hits, 2 base on balls. Riney Walters, 3 at-bats, no hits, 1 base on balls. Art Allison, no at-bats. I'm sorry, no at-bats. 3 at-bats, no hits, 1 sack. Charlie Pabor, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 fielding errors. George Ewell, 4 at-bats, no hits, 1 strikeout, 1 fielding error. Pete Donnelly, 3 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 fielding errors. Bill Stearns, no at-bats. Mike Brannock, 1 at-bat, no hit. And Henry Bernthong, 1 at-bat, no hit. Total batting statistics for the New York Mutuals: 4 and 6, 4 and 2 is 6, and 4 is 10, and 2 is 12, and 3 is 15, and 3 is 18, and 4 is 22, and 4 is 26, and 3 is 29, and 1 is 30, and 1 is 31. Runs 2, hits 2, 3, 4, 6. That's pretty low. Doubles none, triples none, base on balls 3, strikeouts 1, stolen base. They didn't steal a base at all. Sacrifices 4, RBIs 1, fielding errors 7. The pitching statistics now. Asa Bernard will be credited with the win. He pitched 9 innings. His pitch count is only 108. For 9 innings, that's, even in the modern era, that would be considered fantastic. Base on balls were 3. He walked 3, struck out 1. He gave up 6 hits. Runs were 2. 1 was earned. Only 1 was earned. He gets the win. He improves to 11-5 on the season. The pitching statistics. Rainy Walters is credited with the loss. He goes 7 2/3. His pitch count 113. He walked 1. He struck out 1, but he gave up 10 hits for him, 12 hits for him. Was responsible for 8 runs were scored with him on the mound. He was responsible for 6 of them. Bill Stern goes 1 1/3 innings. His pitch count at 37. 36, beg your pardon, 36. I counted 1 extra on him. I thought I counted 1 extra on Walters. Here it was Stearns. So 36 on the pitch count. He walked. He did not walk or strike out a batter. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, but none of them were earned. Walters gets credited with the loss. He will drop to 11-12 on the season. Asa Bernard won Player of the Game. I would disagree. I think Player of the Game should have gone to Bob McAtee, but Bernard wins Player. He did pitch well, to be fair. I mean, 6 hits through 9 innings is incredible. So Asa Bernard wins Player of the Game. Official match time, 2 hours 35 minutes. Official match attendance, 1,058. We're going to immediately save the game. The other matchup was a National League, American League, another intra-league game as well. The Cleveland Forest Cities managed to hold on to defeat the Chicago White Stockings by a score of 8-7. Chicago getting 2 back to pull within 1, but couldn't get anything across in the 9th. So Cleveland beats Chicago in the other game. We will advance to the 15th of August, or the 13th of August, beg your pardon. Let's look at your standings. After today's matchup, Boston snaps a 3-game losing streak. They move to 13-5. They have 14 games left of their season. Their magic number is now down to 13. Cleveland's win keeps them a game and a half within a game and a half's reach of Boston. Cleveland have 13 games left in the season. Philadelphia sit at 11-11. They're now 4 games back of the Red Stockings. Washington now moves 6.5 back, sitting at 9-14. Over in the National League, Chicago's loss was a big one for them. Rockford remain at the top at 17-11. 4 games left in the Rockford season. Chicago, though, slipped to 11-9, now 2 full games back of the Rockford Forest Cities. Fort Wayne Kekiungas sit 14-13. They are 2.5 back of the Rockford Forest Cities. New York Mutuals now, that loss drops them 3.5 back at 11 and 12. The Troy Haymakers are eliminated at 4 and 20. Rockford's magic number, with Chicago's loss, Rockford's magic number now moves down to 7. 7 games for Rockford is the magic number, and that's a combination of Chicago White Stockings losses and Rockford Forest City's wins. So if Rockford win out their last 4 games of the season, for example, they will be the magic number will sit at 3. So that's where they're at. Boston's magic number ticks 1 down with their win today. Their magic number now sits at 13. We saved the game one last time. Our next game is the Boston Red Stockings on the road again to the National League, this time at the 14 and 13 Fort Wayne Kekiungas. That'll be the next matchup. That matchup currently scheduled for those of you on Twitch. We will probably bring that to you on looking like Saturday the 13th is when we're going to bring that game to you. So no out of the park into midweek. And then on my vacation actually starts the 16th. There is no stream on the 16th. But we'll be bringing you out of the park on the 13th, 17th, 18th, 21st, 22nd, 24th, 26th, and 29th. So there are 8 more days of out of the park coming in June. So definitely check that out. So Saturday's game is going to be Boston at Fort Wayne. And then the next game, that is the 13th. The game on the 17th is currently scheduled to be Cleveland at New York. And then on the 18th, we will have Cleveland at New York again. Followed by on the 21st of June, we will do Boston at New York. The 22nd of June, we'll see Boston at Philadelphia. And the 24th of June, we'll see us do probably, I think we're going to do Washington at Philadelphia that game. And then the 26th is going to see Rockford at New York. And we will finish the month on the 29th of June with Washington at Troy. So a little bit of a dead rubber there for Troy, but still. Could be a dead rubber for both teams, to be fair to them. But it is the only game of the day, so we will have it for you. And then we're into Denver. July is going to start with the 3rd of September, so we're not far off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That's it, 27. We have 27. After this month, we will have 27 regular season games left overall. And then we're trying to knock off about 8 a month. So sometime around the end of the summer, we should be getting close to the World Series. Is what we should be really close to the World Series. Right. If you're on YouTube, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care.